Welcome back, this is Pseychie, and today I just wanted to share some interesting news regarding the next update that will be coming to Dead Cells. Now, Motion Twin, the developers, have released a series of tweets on Twitter regarding some of the previews of what to expect in the next patch. And just as last year around this time, it looks like the next patch will indeed be another round of crossovers. So without further ado, let's take a look on what we know so far. The first crossover was revealed to be with Shovel Knight, not to be confused with Hollow Knight as that already has received one last year. Now, unfortunately, I have not played Shovel Knight, so I'm not sure what exact mechanic this references, but it looks like there's some kind of pogo hopping mechanic that seems pretty interesting. Same goes for last year's Hollow Knight crossover weapon. It seems to have a lot of emphasis on movement manipulation, so pretty interesting to see so far. The next crossover was revealed to be Slay the Spire. Of course, this is one of the most classic roguelikes out there, and one I've sunk a lot of hours into. Alongside a skin of the Ironclad, it also looks like we'll be wielding magical orbs that of course references the defect, and finally a lightning strike at the end, which I assume will expand whichever orbs you had on hand. So it's some pretty interesting mechanics to see here. Definitely something I did not expect. The next crossover was announced to be with Katana Zero. Now, I have not played Katana Zero and there's already a katana weapon in the game, but it does look like there's some new quirky mechanics to go along with this new blade. It looks like you'll also be able to throw some kind of kunai, which makes me wonder if this will be a two-handed weapon, and it also looks like there will be a charge attack, the same one as with the normal katana. I really wish this was something they did more often. Charge attacks just add a lot more flavor to the same weapon, because now it has two different playstyles. And finally, the last revealed crossover is from Hotline Miami. I played the first game and liked it a lot. It's very difficult and you will die in one hit no matter what. So it looks like this weapon comes in the form of a golden baseball bat. And every time you score a critical hit, the numbers will glow in the same font as the font from Hotline Miami. So again, some pretty interesting stuff. And last but not least, this brings us to the teaser for the 5th crossover item. Of course, it hasn't been revealed what this exact item is, but judging from the motif, it's pretty clear that this is a crossover for Terraria, which unfortunately, as you can see from my measly 30 seconds logged into the game, I don't have nearly enough knowledge to tell you what this can be, but I'm pretty excited for it nonetheless. Now, if we're judging from last year's patterns, there will be one more crossover item that has not yet been announced. Personally, I'm counting on other classic roguelike titles such as Hades or Enter the Gungeon, but for now, one can only speculate. One last thing before I close off this quick update is that last year's crossover update did not have a alpha or beta testing stages. The update was just released in its full state a couple days after the last crossover item has been revealed. So if we assume the same thing will happen this year, right after the 6th and final crossover item has been announced, we can probably expect the update to drop very soon after that. So yeah, this is a pretty exciting time to be playing Dead Cells. Let me know what you think the last crossover item can be, and I will be back when the update is released.